Good morning, friends. Today we will discuss about the blood urea nitrogen estimation. Myself, Dr. S.K. Sutkar, Department of Pathology, and this is one of the routinely performed investigation in the biochemistry lab, and it has a lot of clinical importance. And so we will discuss about this today. So if we go through the urea, this urea is also called as carbamide, and it is an organic compound with a chemical reaction NH2CONH2, and this amide has two amine groups NH2 joined by carbonyl functional group, and it is basically based product of the protein metabolism which takes place in the liver, and the excretion of this urea is basically occur via the kidney through filtration of the plasma, and then it appears in the urine. So there are multiple methods by which we can estimate. Today we will discuss about the diacetyl monoxide method, or it is also called DAM method, and another method is Worthelot method. We will discuss later this in the about this method. So if we go through the indications, there are multiple indications in which we will see very high level of blood urea nitrogen, and these conditions can be divided into three important categories. The first category is called as prerenal category, in which in which the entities they are basically diabetes mellitus, dehydration, cardiac failure, and hematemesis, severe burn, and high fever. So these all conditions are considered to be as prerenal. And in the renal causes, we will have the various type of renal diseases or kidney diseases, which are basically consist of different type of glomerulonephritis, different nephrotic syndrome, and nephritic syndrome. Apart from that, we will have the different type of tubular diseases. So these all together basically form a group, that is renal group, and in this we will have the high blood urea. Another group is the post-renal group, in which there are multiple conditions, and we will have the enlargement of the prostate, stone in the urinary tract, and the tumor of the bladder, and these all constitute the post-renal causes for high blood urea nitrogen. There are certain conditions in which this blood urea basically decreases, and this is seen basically in severe liver diseases, protein malnutrition, and the pregnancy. So if we go through the normal range of this blood urea nitrogen, from birth to 1 year of age, it is around 4 to 16 milligram per deciliter is considered to be the normal, and 1 to 40 year, it is around 7 to 21 milligram per deciliter, and more than 40 years, more than 20 milligram per deciliter. And the panic range for the blood urea nitrogen, when it increases more than 100 milligram per deciliter, it is considered to be a serious problem. So by this blood urea nitrogen, we can also calculate the blood urea. So it can be calculated by multiplying the blood urea nitrogen with the factor 2.14. So we will have the blood urea. So if you go to the principle of the DAM method, urea basically react with the diacetyl monoxide in the hot acidic medium, and in the presence of thiosemicarbazide and ferric ions, and it forms a pink colored compound which can be measured on the green filter. And the specimen which is basically which are used for the determination of blood urea nitrogen is the serum or the plasma. If we go through the reagents, basically reagent 1 is, it contain around 0.2 gram per deciliter of diacetyl monoxide in distilled water. The reagent 2, it contain around 40 milligram per deciliter thiosemicarbazide in distilled water, and the reagent 3, it contains 60 ml of concentrated sulfuric acid, 10 ml of orthophosphoric acid, and 10 ml of 1 gram per deciliter ferric chloride in the orthophosphoric acid in 1 liter of the reagent prepared in the distilled water. The blood urea nitrogen standard, it is around 20 milligram per deciliter, and it contains 42.8 milligram of the urea in 100 ml of saturated benzoic acid, and this standard is stable for the 1 year, and it can be refrigerated. So if we go through the working of the working reagent, preparation of the working reagent, it is prepared by mixing one part of the reagent 1 and one part of the reagent 2 and two part of the reagent 3, and this reagent should be prepared fresh for each batch of determination. So if we go through the procedure, we will take the 3 test tubes, and these test tubes are labeled as blank, standard and the test. And in the blank we will use 5 ml of working reagent with 50 microliter of distilled water. Similarly, we will in the standard we will add 5 ml of working reagent along with 50 microliter of standard, and in the test we will add 5 ml of working reagent with the 50 microliter serum, and all together this content is mixed and keep in the boiling water bath for 15 minutes for the reaction to take place between the urea and the chemical compounds. And we will read the optical density of the color compound at 520 nanometer or green filter. So if we go through the calculation of blood urine nitrogen is done by calculating the optical density or observing the absorbance of the test divided by the absorbance or optical density of the standard, and this ratio is basically multiplied by the value of standard, that is 20. And from after calculating the blood urea nitrogen, we can also calculate the blood urea by multiplying blood urea nitrogen with the factor 2.14. so this is how we can calculate. So this is all about the blood urea nitrogen estimation. I hope this video will be useful for you. Thank you very much for watching this.